Hello everyone, welcome to the Fire Artisan channel. This is Drew, and today we're going to be playing some mono-green monsters. I was looking at the results of the recent Arena Open, and I saw that Cedric Phillips had a really strong finish. I think a 16th place finish with this mono-green creature deck. And I know this kind of thing is it's right up his alley. He loves these aggressive decks, and green is a great color to be in right now. You've got Gem Razor to sort of answer some of the wilderness reclamations out there, some of the Ember Cleaves. And these green creatures tend to be high toughness, which is also a little bit annoying for Temur Reclamation, which is usually relying on burn damage, but lately a lot of them have been playing with Ether Gusts, which is definitely good against green. But yeah, overall, I think this deck is kind of built to do pretty well in that matchup. Stonecoil Serpent can be another annoying one for 3-color decks, and that one's also very effective against decks like Bant Ramp or Sultai Ramp that are also kind of popping up as a response to, again, the dominance in the metagame of Temur Reclamation. So I want to do things a little bit differently, kind of starting today. This was, I'm following my girlfriend Abby's suggestion. Instead of doing a completely different deck every day, I think what I might do is just stick with a deck for a few days. I was thinking maybe I'd do 4 or 5 days. I'm not quite sure yet, but I thought I'd start with this one. I'm a big fan of Cedric Phillips, and as soon as I saw this deck list, I just thought, like, oh, I love it. I have to try it. So here we are. We can call this day 1. I'm just kind of feeling out the deck. I've tested a few games with it already, but I'm basically just coming to it. And hopefully by day 5, I'll just be able to have a deeper understanding of the deck and all the matchups, So I'm really excited to go through this process. This is day 1. Take a quick peek at the sideboard here. This is his exact sideboard for the tournament. I think we have Prey Upon, for decks like Mono Red, Rakdos decks. Lovestruck Beast, I think, is pretty great against Mono Red. I mean, I wonder if he was bringing it in, depending on the matchup. I mean, I could see bringing it in just to have a little bit more pressure in the 3-drop slot. One thing with this deck, one interesting aspect of this deck is that it doesn't really have any 3-drop creatures. You can play Gem Razor for 3, so that's one thing. And another thing you can do is just adapt the Growth Chamber Guardian on turn 3. So that's actually been a pretty common line for me so far. We've got this one, which I had never really seen until this moment. I mean, it's obviously really strong in any kind of green mirror, and virtually every deck is playing green right now, so I'm guessing we should be sideboarding this in a lot. But it's a really interesting card because I guess ideally you play it for 2, so it's a 2-drop 2/3, and it draws you cards, so nothing wrong with that. And Shifting Ceratops, that's pretty straightforward. That's just a straight up blue deck hate card. All right. So one thing I want to mention, I was having trouble seeing my best of 3 option. Right here, I was just seeing like standard ranked or historic ranked. I guess you want to make sure that advanced play modes is turned on here in the top right-hand corner of your arena. So if that ever happens to you, that's a relatively easy fix. All right, yeah, we're going to do a best of 3 here. I think another thing that I'll mention that I really like about Cedric's list here is that he's playing with 4 copies of Questing Beast instead of just 3. It seems like that's been a little bit more common lately. But yeah, I mean, you're never really unhappy to see it. It's pretty much the best card in your deck. This is a tough one, though. I mean, I'm basically not doing anything until turn 4 with this hand, so I feel like you do just have to ship it back. Especially, yeah, not even drawing into it. Yeah, this is a lot better. Yeah, I have no idea if that's right, but it has been important for me to actually just hit my land drops in this deck. We don't really have any ramp cards like Paradise Druid, so we actually do just need to play fair magic and actually just hit our land drops. All right. We may be playing some Dimir Flash here. I feel like Stonecoil Serpent, if I'm able to land that one next turn, could actually be pretty annoying for them. Yeah, I wonder if the play here is just ram through. Because I could let them play whatever they're going to play and then just ram it. Or I could just play a 3/3 Serpent. Yeah, this is kind of tough. I really don't know what's better here. I think I like just keeping the pressure on. I think I can do better with the ram through than their Sailor. Or even better than their 2-drop, hopefully. We'll see. I mean, it'll be a little disappointing if they just counter this, but maybe that'll make it more likely for us to just hit Vivian on the next turn, which is really what I want to land. Okay. So this has landed. Oh, okay. Okay. These Dimir decks are tricky because you... I mean, when I was playing Dimir Flash... Oh, they missed a land drop, did they? One thing I noticed about a lot of the builds of this deck, just when I was looking at deck lists, was that they don't tend to actually have a lot of counter magic. So what they're often just looking to do is, play a Shark, or they're holding some removal up. And obviously they tend to play a lot of creatures, like they might just want to play Slitherwisp this turn. I think I'd rather double spell than just have Vivian get countered. I mean, they obviously do play with some counter magic, so I'm still going to play around that. Alright, play Slitherwisp. Huh. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Just gonna keep taxing them with this troll. Yeah, they can't lose life forever. And I think I'm just gonna keep double spelling. I mean, I like holding up Ram through in case they... Ouch. Okay. Well, we just got... We've been erased. That's a pretty nasty spell. I mean, I feel like we're still ahead here, but it feels a little precarious. Like if they just land one big spell or I make a mistake, it feels like they could definitely still take this game, no problem. Yeah, I mean, I guess I still don't want to be in a position where I'm just hitting the Sailor with Ram through. Oh my god, I keep drawing these things. That's another one. I mean, yeah. At least I'm not likely to draw more of them now. All right, looks like they're going to draw this card. All right, this is actually really good for us. Now we can actually land Vivian. Coast is clear here. All right. Trolls down to a 2/2. We have a Gem Razor, which can kill the Erasure. Yeah, I don't see why not, right? Is that the play? Put the Razor on top. Looks like that's resolving. Kill the Erasure. Oh wow, it only returns it to my hand. I didn't realize that. All right. Yeah, it's hard to imagine they could come back at this point. Yeah, okay. That's game one. This is a matchup that I've not encountered yet. It seems fine for us. I mean, it seems totally fine for us. I think... Yeah, I think we definitely want the Ceratops. I don't think the... is the Vivian good here? I don't think so. I don't think she is. Even though Gem Razor was kind of useful, I don't think this is the matchup for it. Like, I think I'd rather have Lovestruck Beasts. Let's see. I mean, Ram Through seems pretty good. Like, I think they are just... I think they definitely have creatures. Yeah, I mean, maybe considering we brought in all four of the 4-drop shifting Ceratops, we want to shave down on the questing beasts and bring in the Lovestruck beasts instead. Just kind of like a similar amount of pressure for a little bit less, so that maybe we're less likely to get countered. Plus, it's 2 bodies on the board. We'll see if that's right. I don't really know. I'm not sure about taking out Vivian either. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring her back in. We are on the draw, so it's nice to have a big threat like her for the... If we can hold on to the late game. And wow, this is a perfect hand. It is really interesting that Cedric isn't playing with a card like Paradise Druid. That's definitely one that I sort of... that I'll just kind of throw in all my green decks, you know, where it's relevant. But I mean, I like how he's not doing it. Like, you don't need it. And oh, well, look at that, we've been quenched. I'm not really not sure if you play the Barkide Troll there or the Growth Chamber Guardian. I mean, I think in this case the Guardian probably would have made more sense, actually. Just because then we could have adapted it on the 3rd turn, but I think they would have countered that too. They might even counter this. Okay. All right. Did not expect that. I wonder if this is a trade. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect them to bring that in. I mean, they're going to lose a lot of cards on this thing. And I feel like we can, I mean, let's see. So if I adapt this Growth Chamber Guardian next turn and then play another one. I feel like I can wait on blocking this thing. Huh. It is always tough to know, like, when you should be adapting. I mean, obviously in that case, I want to adapt before damage. Okay, so I've got 9 power on the field right now, so the second Growth Chamber Guardian gets us to 11. I mean, oh God. I mean, I guess I should have seen that coming, but I mean, they're kind of out of cards. Like, I think we have them. I mean, especially if we draw something decent off the top, I think we're still doing okay here. I wonder if they'll... Yeah, can't put it on top because of the erasure, so shuffle the library, I guess. All right, well, now they're officially ahead. Can't even attack anymore. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, I guess the plan is for us to chump block with Mobilized District. Okay. How much does this cost? 4. Okay. Yeah. Mobilized District for the chump block for the win. Needed a card there. Needed a card there. Yeah. So I think we have to block the Regisaur and play Ram Through on it. Yeah. Starting to look bad here. Oh, that's devastating. I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay. Rotting Regisaur. Good stuff. Good stuff from them. Did not see that coming. Okay, now I'm thinking... Yeah, now I'm thinking maybe the Gem Razors should come back in. I mean, Shifting Ceratops is good. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will bring the gem razors back in. Yeah. And I have the Vivians in. Yeah. Yeah, this seems fine. You've definitely been seeing more rotting registrars in the sideboards these days. It's kind of like the black version of Lovestruck Beast, where it's just such a good creature that it's flexible enough to just be, or like Legion Warboss for red, right? Where it's just a good enough creature that you can just have it in the sideboard, and it just, like, having 3 of those in your sideboard just is enough of an unexpected big creature threat that you can just kind of win off of it for free. Yeah. All right. Best draws are lands now. Yeah, right. You got to think if they have Quench, then they should do it on our 3-drop. Should we just ram through? Or should we just let this happen and then play Lovestruck Beast? I think I'm going to ram this one. I don't know. That seemed like an important battle to win. Because if I don't have the token, then the Lovestruck Beast isn't even attacking. And that's not really where I want to be. I mean, I am going to keep attacking with the token because I do want them to just tap their mana. I'm going to go for the beast here. All right. I feel pretty comfortable now. We have a beast down. We've got good pressure on the board. They're down to 13. We could really use a land drop. I mean, that's kind of the one thing. Okay. So that's a 4/3. They'll return Lovestruck Beast to hand, and they're going to block the Preserver. Okay. Yeah, this is actually a lot better for us if this just becomes a trade. I mean, it's not great for us, like that was a big play for them, but yeah, that becoming a, you know. Oh, cool, playing with the Knight. Yeah, I believe in this card. It's a wonderful card. Knight of the Ebon Legion. I mean, do we want it to just trade with the Questing Beast? Or do we just want to continue to fill out our board here? I'm not sure. We're sort of lucky in the sense that we have a handful of unique cards. So we're not particularly vulnerable to what was I thinking of? Oh, the Ashiok's Erasure. It's not a great trade for me, but I mean, the knight was holding up my attacks, so I'm definitely okay with getting this thing off the battlefield. I think we just want to keep deploying these big threats. Nope. I think I'd rather give the Ceratops haste. Send everyone in. I mean, we both have 3 cards in hand. Like, I have pretty good cards in hand, but they do have a way of drawing more cards. But this off the top, I mean, that was just huge. That was just huge. I think it's definitely my best play. And these aren't legendary, so I think these are just kind of a huge problem for my opponent here. This could very well be game over here. I mean, I was going to say, like, it's not. All they really need is a Heartless Act, but these are definitely annoying. Yeah, they can't even block it. And now they can't draw cards, so this could be it here. We'll see if they have a good card in hand. Alright, I guess they don't have a good enough card in hand. Yeah, that was a good game. I mean, we were sort of ahead and they were playing defense the whole time, but I think that just amounts to being a really tough matchup for them. I mean, I don't feel particularly accomplished by winning that best of 3. Although, yeah, they had some good sideboarding with the Rotting Regisaur. I wouldn't have expected... I didn't even see that coming. Like, when I was playing the Dimir Flash decks, I never really had the Regisaur in the sideboard. So, it's kind of a good idea. I really like that, actually. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to say 5 days. So, I'm going to do 4 more days of mono green. And I'm just going to try to really learn not inside and out, because it takes more than 5 days to really learn a deck, but to at least get better with it. And I'll try to discuss like sideboarding and things like that as I learn more about what's going on with this deck. So thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.